Hey everyone, welcome to the ranking. Here's my ranking of all 5 of the Conjuring universe films. Yes, I just did a review of The Nun, and to celebrate the movie The Nun, I just thought, what the fuck? Why not just rank all the Conjuring universe films? And yeah, I'm very mixed bag when it comes to the Conjuring universe movies. There's a lot of great ones, but there's a bad one and a very mediocre one, so yeah, a lot to talk about. There's 5 films, so let's just get right into it. Here's my ranking of all the Conjuring universe films, from my least favorite to my favorite. Coming in number 5 is obviously Annabelle. The first Annabelle is awful, it's garbage, there's nothing remotely scary about this movie. Even the Annabelle doll doesn't even look scary in this one. It was more scary in the very opening of Conjuring 1. I knew after watching this movie that the Annabelle story never should have been made into a film. It was just a really cool opening scene to a better movie and stuff, and the characters are all stock horror movie characters. The scares are just jump scares, just jump scare after jump scare. There's a lot of quick edits to make it seem like it's tension-filled. The score is unoriginal, the writing is half-assed, the direction is sloppy. Everything about Annabelle I thought was just bad. It's just a very lackluster, mediocre horror film, and there's not one thing I like about the first Annabelle. So yeah, easily the worst film out of the Conjuring universe. Coming in number 4 is The Nun. Yes, the one that I just saw, the one I just reviewed, the one I just gave a 5 out of 10 to. This is not a bad movie. It's just not a good movie. It's just, there's nothing scary about this movie. There's not one scare in this film. It's more funny than it is scary, actually. If you went with a group of friends and just made jokes about it, then yeah, it'd probably be a good time at the show, but it's not a scary movie. It is supposed to be a horror film, and there's not one thing that's scary about it. There's nothing about it that's very memorable either. Even Valak. Valak was actually pretty creepy in Conjuring 2. There's no creepiness with Valak in The Nun, and then the movie's about Valak. And the main characters are fine, they're enjoyable, they're portrayed by good actors, but the direction was very lazy, the writing was super predictable, and it had some good shots, but it's not scary, and it's not very memorable, and it wasn't very needed anyways, so yeah, forgettable film. Coming in number 3 is a very big surprise that I didn't think this movie would be good at all because its predecessor sucked, but this one was great, and that's Annabelle Creation. Annabelle Creation, yes, it is a prequel to Annabelle. Yeah, Annabelle is a prequel to Conjuring, and this is a prequel to Annabelle. It's a good movie. It was actually good. It made Annabelle actually pretty creepy and stuff, and there was actually legit good performances in this movie, especially by Lulu Wilson and Miranda Otto. And the shit they did with that blonde girl, the little girl, and how they tie her into the first Annabelle, that was pretty cool and very creative and stuff. The scene with the wheelchair is terrifying. There is some genuinely creepy shit in this film, and it drips with atmosphere. It's got good shots. It's got a lot of tension. It builds on the mythology of the Annabelle story, and it's interesting. It's good. It's not amazing, but it's actually done with care and a lot of creativity and stuff. And this is the guy who gave us Lights Out, so this guy's a very good horror movie filmmaker. So yeah, Annabelle Creation, really good surprise. Coming in number 2 is Conjuring 2. Yes, Conjuring 2 is a terrific and very worthy sequel for the first Conjuring, directed by James Wan. And I love this movie. This takes place after Amityville, and this is a terrific story and stuff. How the movie opens when they're investigating this murder case, and then they investigate this girl who's being followed by this spirit, maybe demon-like, and how it also connects with Valak and the nun story and everything. Really good stuff. I love the Warrens, I love these characters, and I love how they're portrayed by these 2 terrific actors. Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson both give terrific performances, almost Oscar-worthy performances. And I love how the story is about faith and stuff, and how this girl is being slowly possessed, and a lot of people don't believe it. Even when they see it with their own eyes, people think maybe she's mentally ill and stuff, even though it's clearly she is possessed, but people still doubt and stuff. People are still very skeptical about the unknown and religion and stuff, and yeah, it's a really, really good story, Conjuring 2, and it has a really good payoff at the ending and stuff, and yeah, it's very creepy. There's a little bit, the only nitpicks I have of this movie is some of the effects are a little cheesy and stuff, especially with the Cricket Man and stuff, and it didn't really need the overabundance of CGI and stuff. Basically what you don't see is scarier than what you do see and stuff. Fear of the Unknown is more scarier than seeing something for real and stuff. That's why I hate when people put like CGI monsters in your films. Now, just either go practical or just don't show it at all. Not showing is more terrifying, and yeah. I really love Conjuring 2, and I think it is a very good sequel. A sequel that I didn't know would work, but when it came out, it blew everyone away, and it's my second favorite of this universe. And my number one favorite movie out of the Conjuring universe is obviously the very first Conjuring. It is the most scariest, it is the most atmospheric, it is the most simple premise, and it's based off a true story. The characters are real, but you don't know if everything in the movie is factual and stuff, but still it's a really good story about the Warrens, and they investigate the paranormal and stuff, and how it opens with the Annabelle doll. Very creepy story, very creepy scenario and stuff, and basically this family move into this house and stuff, and basically they feel this presence around them. They smell rotting meat. The mother's got all bruises on her. Their dog ends up dying and stuff, so they call the Warrens. They find out this house has been through a lot and stuff. A lot of people have been killed in this house and stuff. Something that evolves like a witch and stuff, and there's a lot of creepy shit that happened in this house, and it's a really good movie. It's an investigation story and stuff. You learn about these characters, the Warrens, that are also very skeptical people. Yes, they are religious people, but they're also very skeptical, and that's their job and stuff. And like Vera Farmiga's character has like this psychic connection with spirits and everything. And yeah, they're an interesting couple. They have an interesting dynamic. And the performances are really strong in this film. James Wan's direction is obviously solid. It's James Wan. It's a horror film. But like Lily James, Ron Livingston, all great in this film. And some of that creepy shit that happens in this movie. Like, again, why this movie's scarier than Conjuring 2 is because you don't see like a lot of the creepy shit. You see a couple stuff. And when the stuff you do see is terrifying. But they hide it and they disguise it. Because again, your imagination is way more scarier than actually showing what's really there, because sometimes what's really there might not be all that terrifying, so making it unseen is more terrifying. And then Conjuring 1 did that, and that's why I think, in my opinion, it's a much more terrifying film. Also, I love more simplistic stories and haunting stories other than like big grand CGI movies like Conjuring 2 sort of tried to do. Still a great film, but Conjuring 1 is just a better film and just a more entertaining film and just a more creepy film, but both are great. So yeah, that was my ranking of all 5 of the Conjuring movies in the Conjuring universe. They're not the Conjuring movies. Conjuring, 2 Conjuring movies, 2 Annabelle movies, and a Nun movie. Yes, I don't know if they're going to keep exploring the Conjuring universe, but I kind of hope they do, because I really enjoyed most of these films, and they're both, well, all 3 of them are really great films and genuinely tension-filled films, and I just hope they put a little more effort into it. Just get James Wan to direct them all, but yeah. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with this ranking? And if you didn't, give me a ranking of all 5 of these films from your least favorite to your favorite. Comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.